In the shadows of our modern world, a silent threat lingers. It's a threat that doesn't discriminate, affecting young and old alike. This threat comes disguised as a quick escape, a moment of pleasure, or a cloud of rebellion. We're talking about the dangers of vaping, smoking cigarettes, and even the use of marijuana. These habits, often glamorized or misrepresented, carry serious health risks that demand our attention. The dangers of vaping, smoking, and weed are often underestimated. Many believe these habits to be harmless, but the reality is far more sinister. In this video, we will uncover the hidden threats that lurk behind the smoke and vapor. From the addictive nature of nicotine to the harmful chemicals in marijuana, we will explore the true impact on your health. Stay with us as we delve into the facts and myths surrounding these substances. Your health and well-being depend on it. Join us as we take a closer look at the science, the statistics, and the stories behind these habits. The human body is a remarkable machine, capable of incredible resilience and adaptation. However, even the strongest among us are vulnerable to the harmful effects of inhaling foreign substances. Whether it's the nicotine in cigarettes and vapes, the tar and countless chemicals in tobacco smoke, or the potent compounds found in marijuana, our respiratory system bears the brunt of these choices. But the impact extends far beyond our lungs. These substances can infiltrate our bloodstream, affecting our heart, brain, and even our genetic makeup. They can increase the risk of various cancers, compromise our immune system, and accelerate the aging process. Over the next few minutes, we will delve deeper into the specific dangers associated with each substance, separating fact from fiction and providing you with a clear picture of the risks involved. Nicotine, found in cigarettes and vapes, is a highly addictive stimulant. It hijacks the brain's reward system, leading to craving and dependence. Nicotine triggers dopamine release, reinforcing smoking or vaping. Over time, this leads to tolerance and dependence. Withdrawal symptoms include cravings, irritability, and anxiety. The grip of nicotine addiction is powerful and widespread. Understanding this addiction is crucial for recognizing its dangers. The process of nicotine addiction often begins with experimentation and progresses to regular use. Tolerance builds as the brain and body become accustomed to nicotine. Individuals require larger amounts to achieve the desired effects. Nicotine rewires the brain's circuitry, altering gene expression. This leads to persistent cravings and difficulty quitting. Triggers can be environmental or emotional, making it challenging to break free. Nicotine addiction is a complex medical condition requiring understanding and effective treatment. In recent years, vaping has gained significant popularity, particularly among young people. Marketed as a safer alternative to traditional cigarettes, e-cigarettes have been touted as a way to quit smoking or as a less harmful option for those looking to indulge in nicotine. However, this perception of safety is largely a misconception, fueled by clever marketing tactics and a lack of comprehensive research on the long-term effects of vaping. While it is true that vaping exposes users to fewer toxic chemicals compared to traditional cigarettes, this does not make it a safe alternative. Vaping liquids, often flavored to appeal to a younger audience, still contain nicotine, the primary addictive component of cigarettes. In fact, some e-liquids contain even higher concentrations of nicotine than traditional cigarettes, increasing the risk of addiction, particularly among youth. Moreover, the act of vaping itself poses health risks. The process of heating and inhaling the vaporized e-liquid can irritate and inflame the lungs, potentially leading to respiratory problems. Furthermore, the long-term consequences of inhaling various chemicals found in e-liquids, such as flavorings and propylene glycol, remain largely unknown. The perception of vaping as a safe alternative to smoking is a dangerous misconception. While more research is needed to fully understand the long-term health effects of vaping, it is crucial to approach this habit with caution and to be aware of the potential risks involved, particularly for young people who may be more susceptible to nicotine addiction. As we move further into the complex landscape of substance use and its impact on health, we arrive at a topic often shrouded in debate and misconception: marijuana. Marijuana's effects stem from tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC. THC interacts with the brain's endocannabinoid system, regulating mood, appetite, memory, and pain perception. While marijuana is often perceived as less harmful than tobacco products, it's crucial to approach this substance with a balanced perspective. It can lead to a form of dependence that can significantly impact an individual's life. Withdrawal symptoms can occur when attempting to abstain. The experience of marijuana dependence varies greatly from person to person. It's essential to recognize that while not everyone who uses marijuana will develop a dependence, the risk is real. Understanding marijuana dependence requires a closer look at how THC interacts with the brain. THC binds to cannabinoid receptors, disrupting the endocannabinoid system. This leads to effects like euphoria, relaxation, and impaired coordination. Regular use changes the brain's reward system, similar to nicotine addiction. This makes it hard to enjoy activities, leading to reliance on marijuana. Marijuana dependence is influenced by biological, psychological, and social factors. Recognizing dependence and seeking help is crucial to regaining control. As the debate surrounding marijuana continues to evolve, it's crucial to approach this substance with a critical and informed perspective. Acknowledge the potential risks, particularly dependence. Honest self-reflection and open communication with healthcare providers are key. Gather accurate information from reliable sources. Make informed decisions that align with your health priorities. In the realm of nicotine delivery systems, one disposable vape can deliver the nicotine equivalent of 2 packs of traditional cigarettes. This startling comparison reveals the potency of these devices. The allure of disposable vapes, particularly among young people, often stems from a perception of reduced harm. However, this perception is dangerously misleading. Understanding this equation is crucial in making informed decisions about nicotine use. Beyond the alarming nicotine equivalency lies another insidious aspect of vaping: the silent assault on your respiratory system. Nicotine triggers a cascade of inflammatory responses within the delicate tissues of your lungs. This inflammation sets the stage for a range of respiratory issues, compromising your ability to breathe freely. The inflammatory response triggered by nicotine is not a localized event confined to your lungs. It sends ripples throughout your body, impacting your cardiovascular system. The chemicals present in both cigarette smoke and vape liquids further exacerbate this systemic inflammation. The long-term consequences of chronic lung inflammation are significant. Repeated exposure to nicotine can lead to irreversible damage to the delicate air sacs in your lungs. These air sacs are responsible for the crucial exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. The impact of nicotine on your lungs is a gradual but relentless process. Initially, you might experience shortness of breath during physical activity or a persistent cough. Over time, these symptoms can worsen, leading to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. The damage inflicted upon your lungs by nicotine is a stark reminder of the importance of protecting your respiratory health. Beyond nicotine, the hidden dangers lurking in vape clouds. E-liquids, marketed as harmless, contain a complex cocktail of chemicals, many unstudied for long-term health effects. Flavoring agents, while safe for ingestion, have unknown consequences when inhaled. These additives can cause lung irritation, inflammation, and cellular damage. E-liquids also contain propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin, whose long-term inhalation effects are uncertain. Heated chemicals can break down into harmful compounds, some known carcinogens. The lack of comprehensive research on vaping's long-term health effects necessitates caution. Flavored vapes' allure, especially among youth, must be tempered with awareness of potential risks. The unknown consequences of inhaling these chemical mixtures underscore the importance of prioritizing long-term health. The evolving landscape of e-liquid ingredients calls for a cautious approach. Prioritizing health over short-term gratification is essential. The potential risks involved in vaping must be clearly understood. Erring on the side of caution is crucial for long-term well-being. The illusion of safety. Debunking the myths surrounding vaping. Marketing promotes vaping as a safer alternative to smoking, but evidence reveals inherent dangers. The myth that e-cigarettes help quit smoking often perpetuates nicotine addiction. The addictive nature of nicotine and appealing flavors make quitting challenging. Believing vaping is less harmful than smoking is a misconception. E-liquids, even with fewer chemicals, can still harm lung and cardiovascular health. Scientific evidence and public awareness must challenge the illusion of safety. vaping's long-term consequences are still being uncovered. Health and well-being require acknowledging vaping's potential risks. Informed decisions should be based on evidence, not marketing hype. Vaping is not a harmless habit. The narrative of harm reduction must be scrutinized. Prioritizing health means understanding vaping's true risks. A growing epidemic: the rise of vape-related injuries and deaths. Vaping's perceived harmlessness is shattered by rising vape-related illnesses and deaths. EVALI, a severe lung condition, is linked to certain vape additives like vitamin E acetate. Vaping is also associated with heart attacks, strokes, seizures, and cancer risks. The long-term effects of inhaling heated chemicals are still being studied. Evidence suggests vaping poses significant life-threatening risks. The rise in vape-related injuries and deaths highlights vaping's dangers. Young people are particularly drawn to these devices, increasing their risk. Addressing this epidemic requires public awareness and stricter regulations. Ongoing research is needed to understand vaping's long-term health effects. The human cost of vaping is becoming increasingly evident. Vaping is not a harmless trend. Immediate attention and intervention are necessary to combat this public health concern. From experimentation to tragedy, real-life stories of vape-related health crises. Behind vape-related illnesses and deaths are human stories of lives altered. Families worldwide grieve loved ones lost to vape-related illnesses. Young people, enticed by flavors, find themselves battling severe health crises. These stories are increasingly common, revealing vaping's true toll. Some recover, but many face long-term health consequences. Chronic lung conditions and psychological trauma are lasting effects. Recovery often requires extensive medical care and support. Real-life stories highlight the human cost of vaping. These stories call for action against the vaping epidemic. Behind statistics are real people and families affected by vaping. Addressing the epidemic requires education and prevention. Fewer lives should be altered by vaping's allure. The silent killer in the air. Secondhand smoke, a toxic mixture, poses significant health risks. It contains over 7,000 chemicals, including known carcinogens. These harmful substances linger, exposing non-smokers to their effects. Vulnerable populations like children and pregnant women are at higher risk. Secondhand smoke can cling to surfaces, creating third-hand smoke. Third-hand smoke exposes individuals to harmful chemicals long after smoking. Children are particularly vulnerable to third-hand smoke. Creating smoke-free environments is crucial for public health. Comprehensive smoke-free policies protect both smokers and non-smokers. Public awareness campaigns and smoking cessation programs are essential. Reducing exposure to secondhand smoke creates a healthier environment. Protecting health requires addressing the dangers of secondhand smoke. The unseen victims: children and secondhand smoke. Children are particularly vulnerable to secondhand smoke's harmful effects. Exposure increases the risk of ear infections, asthma attacks, and impaired lung development. Protecting children from secondhand smoke is a moral imperative. Secondhand smoke irritates and inflames children's airways. It exacerbates existing respiratory conditions like asthma. Secondhand smoke is a leading trigger for asthma attacks in children. Exposure also increases the risk of ear infections and hearing loss. It can impair lung growth and function, leading to chronic respiratory diseases. The evidence is clear: secondhand smoke poses significant health risks to children. Creating smoke-free environments is essential for children's health. Parents and communities must work together to protect children. Ensuring clean air for children is crucial for their well-being. Section 3. Breaking the cycle. Protecting ourselves and future generations. Breaking the cycle of secondhand smoke exposure requires individual and community action. Raising awareness, supporting smoke-free environments, and encouraging quitting are crucial. Quitting smoking protects both smokers and non-smokers. Numerous resources support smokers in quitting. Smoke-free policies in workplaces and public spaces protect non-smokers. These policies also denormalize smoking and support quitting. Addressing secondhand smoke requires collective effort. Community organizations, healthcare providers, and individuals play a role. Working together creates a future with clean air and healthy lives. Protecting health means reducing secondhand smoke exposure. Section 1. The highs and lows of cannabis. Weighing the evidence. Marijuana presents unique considerations, balancing potential benefits and risks. It lacks nicotine but impacts the brain and body, especially with heavy use. Marijuana shows promise in managing certain medical conditions. Its therapeutic applications spark ongoing research and debate. More research is needed to understand long-term effects, especially on young people. Marijuana use during adolescence is linked to mental health issues. Psychoactive effects can impair cognitive function and coordination. The decision to use marijuana should consider both benefits and risks. Effects vary widely based on use frequency, potency, and individual susceptibility. Informed decisions require understanding marijuana's potential impact. Section 2. A stark reality: the shared threat to respiratory health. Regardless of the substance, inhaling foreign substances poses a significant threat to our respiratory health. Our lungs are ill-equipped to handle harmful chemicals, toxins, and irritants. Damage occurs gradually, often unnoticed until significant harm is done. Delicate airway tissues become inflamed, irritated, and scarred. This damage impacts our respiratory health and overall well-being. Shortness of breath, chronic cough, and wheezing are common symptoms. Prolonged exposure can lead to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Making informed choices about what we inhale is crucial. Protecting our lungs requires reducing exposure to harmful substances. Empowering yourself with knowledge and action. Knowledge is power. With a deeper understanding of the risks, you can make informed decisions for your health. Breaking free from addiction is possible. With support and commitment, a healthier future awaits. Creating a healthier future requires collective effort. Let's choose wisely.